What's up, everybody? Can anybody hear me out there? On eBay, can you hear me? Hello, hello, guys. Give me a second, guys. Make sure the show started properly on eBay. Alright, I see somebody's responded on eBay. Cool. For some reason, the chat's not working for me. So, as long as you guys, I can see the hello. There it is. Okay. So, alright, here we go, guys. Break number is 1008BD. This is a case of Panini Select Baseball. Again, for some reason, the chat's not working for me here. So, eBay, if I don't respond to any messages, that's why. YouTube, have you got me? If you got me, give me a thumbs up or a hell yeah. Alright, here we go. 12 boxes in the break. Alright, we got 3, we got 6, we got 9, we got 12 boxes in the break. Box number 1. Here we go. Alright, box number 1. Alright, box number 1. Here we go. That's Bryce Rainier on the Silver Prism. That is Dontrell Willis for Florida. Going to the Miami Marlins on the turbocharged tie-dye. Turbocharged tie-dye, 15 out of 25. Silver, Chase Burns. Christian Campbell on the numbers. Connor Griffin on the brown. 33 out of 125. 33 of 125. That's a Carson Bench blue for the Mets. Is 67 out of 199. Purple, Starlin Cava. Starlin Cava, 17 out of 75. Tricolor, Noble Mayer. Jose Canseco on the tricolor. Red, that's Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, 99 of 149. Our first auto is a red auto. That's to 99. Red auto to 99 is our first auto, and it's going to the Washington Nationals. That's Luke Dickerson. Luke Dickerson on the auto. That is 10 out of 99. What do you need?
No, it's just me, so
no.
I was coming in a little early.
I'm only on my first box.
That's okay.
Carson Bench on the blue. That is 168 out of 199.
I'm watching.
Got two patches in this one, so here we go. First one. We got Hagen Smith on the diamond level silver prism. Robin Ventura on the silver prism. Our first patch is a spark patch for the Dodgers. Spark patch, Kellen Lindsey. This one is not numbered. Second patch. Should be our second auto of this box. Jackson Chourio tricolor. And that is a patch auto of Paul Skeens. Patch auto Paul Skeens. That is 32 out of 49. 32 out of 49. Paul Skeens on the patch auto. Box number 2. Thanks, Dustin. I saw that earlier. I just didn't get a chance to say anything. All right, box number 2. Chandler Simpson. Mel Ott tricolor. There's our first auto, and that is a blue auto of Nick Kurtz, Oakland. That is numbered 4 out of 49. 4 out of 49. Dude, that is crazy good. Brown, Connor Griffin. That is 54 out of 125. Bo Jackson on the white. 59 out of 99. Carson Bench for the Mets. 142 out of 149. Alex Gordon on the tricolor. Ken Griffey Jr. on the tricolor. Blue, Kyle Teal. Kyle Teal, 11 out of 199. Our next auto, that is again for the Washington Nationals. That's Luke Dickerson again. This one is not numbered. Luke Dickerson on the auto, not numbered. White, that's Kyle Teal. That is 96 of 99. Seven Jew, I do see you on eBay. I just cannot see your chat very often, okay, bud? Silver Prism, that's Aiden Miller. We got a phenomenon. Tomoyuki Sugano for the Baltimore Orioles. That is a gold phenomenon. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Kalen Culpepper. Silver, Aaron Judge. Our patch. That's Chandler Simpson red. Chandler Simpson red. That is 89 out of 99 on the patch. That one is going to Tampa Bay. Box number 3. I don't know why my chat's not working, buddy. I can see it on the little screen. I just can't see it on the big screen. All right, box number 3. Got a tie-dye patch coming. Box number 3, here we go. Tricolor of Ethan Salas. Cam Smith, white. That is 15 out of 99. Our next auto. This one goes to the Dodgers. That's Kellen Lindsey. Kellen Lindsey, blue auto for the Dodgers. 46 out of 49. 46 of 49. Ken Griffey Jr. on the red. That is 46 out of 149. Andrew Painter on the Silver Prism. Jacob Mizorowski tricolor. Our next auto is a blue auto. That is Cam Smith for the Houston Astros. Cam Smith. That one is numbered 47 out of 49. 47 of 49. Blue, Ken Griffey Jr. 94 out of 199. Gold. That is Ty Cobb for Detroit. Ty Cobb for Detroit. That is gold. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, Ty Cobb. Tricolor. There's Noah Schultz. Silver Prism, Matt Shaw. Fucking penny sleeves. Sorry, guys. Penny sleeves drive me nuts. Alright, here we go. Neon green. That's Rintaro Sasaki going to the non-MLB spot. 16 out of 49. Bryce Rainier for Detroit. Blue. That is 4 out of 199. Got a silver Dante Nori. Our patch tie-dye is Bubba Chandler for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bubba Chandler on the patch. That is a tie-dye patch, 22 out of 25. 22 of 25. That's box number 3. Box number 4. Alright, box number 4. Tricolor, there's Kyle Teal. Carson Benj on the blue, 91 of 199. Silver Prism, Paul Skeens. Who you got, 7? That is Carson Benj for the Mets, 31 of 99. Connor Griffin, red. That is 73 of 149. That is JC Escara for the Yankees. Atlanta, Angels, and Toronto. Okay. We just got to talk to the card gods, let them know who you have, you know, and sometimes that works. There's Vance Honeycutt for Baltimore on the brown. Vance Honeycutt, that is 82 out of 125. I've pulled Glavin autos out of this, so maybe it's just waiting for you, okay? Let's see what we can do. All right, our first of 2 patches in this box. Coming right up, we got Cam Smith on the neon green, 41 of 49. Silver Prism, there's Greg Maddux, Atlanta. Tricolor, Chase Burns. That is a patch auto of Charlie Condon for the Colorado Rockies. Patch auto, nice hit. There you go, Colorado. All right, next patch. We got Dylan Dreeling coming up here at 83 out of 99. Tricolor, that's Colt Emerson. Jarlin Susanna on the Silver Prism. That is Christian Campbell, rookie red patch for the Red Sox. That is number 25 out of 99. 25 of 99. Box number 5. Already pulled a Skeens auto and a Kurtz auto block. Skeens and Kurtz. Kurtz to 49, Skeens to 49 is a patch auto. Sick. Just pulled a Charlie Condon patch auto. Yeah, I love this product. I'll rip this product every day. All right, guys, here we go. Box number 5. Tricolor, Craig Yoho. That is Christian Campbell, purple for the Red Sox. 3 out of 75, our next auto. It's for Kansas City, and that is Blake Mitchell. Blake Mitchell, this one is not numbered. There's Jacob Wilson on the brown. Jacob Wilson brown. That one is numbered 37 out of 125. Silver Prism, Jordan Lawler. Tricolor, there's Paul Skeens again. How about for the Yankees? Another auto, George Lombard Jr. We got Escara, and now we have Lombard. Yankees. We got a blue of Ricky Henderson for the A's. Ricky Henderson. That is number 104 out of 199. 104 of 199. James Wood for Washington on the white. 5 out of 99. Kalen Culpepper, Minnesota. Red, 22 of 149. Tricolor, there's Spencer Jones for the Yankees. Last stack has a patch. Here we go. We got Jesus Made, Silver Prism, and that is Dylan Cruz for Washington on the red turbocharged. 30 out of 99. 30 out of 99. Coaching Shane for the Dodgers. Coaching Shane, 6 out of 149. We have a silver James Wood. Behind our patch is Jacob Mizorowski. Jacob Mizorowski on the selective swatches. That's for Milwaukee. Not numbered. Box number 6. All right, box number 6. Here we go. Tricolor, Nomar Garciaparra. Brown, Spencer Jones for the Yankees. That is 89 of 125. Tie-dye. Deion Sanders. This is Deion with Cincinnati. Deion with Cincinnati, 9 out of 25. And our auto is Song-Chi Chang. Song-Chi Chang for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That one is not numbered. That's a tricolor of Jarlin Susana. And our next auto is a blue legendary signature of Johan Santana from Minnesota. Johan Santana. This one is 40 out of 49. 40 of 49. Chase Burns, silver. Red. There's Ken Griffey Jr. with the Reds. That is number 36 of 149. Telling you, these penny sleeves are just giving me nothing but problems today. Not a good thing. Here we go. We got Kyle DeBarge for Minnesota, blue, 137 out of 199. White, Darren Baker for Washington. That is 72 out of 99. Silver Prism of Kellen Lindsay. That is Jacob Mizorowski on the Tie-Dye Phenomenon. Tie-Dye Phenomenon, Jacob Mizorowski. That is numbered 4 out of 25. 4 out of 25. That is Roberto Clemente. 1 out of 149. Manny Ramirez on the tricolor. Enrique Bradfield Jr. on the silver prism for Baltimore, and a blue spark patch of Connor Griffin. Connor Griffin for Pittsburgh on the 3-color blue spark patch. That one is numbered 31 out of 49. 31 of 49. Yeah, Pittsburgh's having a good one. The Dodgers so far. The Yankees are doing okay. All right, box number 7. Box number 7. box number 7. We got our zebra print in the house. Zebra print incoming. Here we go. That's a brown. Griff O'Farrell, 64 out of 125. Tricolor, that is Walker Janik for Houston. Our zebra print. Oh, is this a diamond? Diamond level of Jackson Chourio. Jackson Chourio for Milwaukee. Horizontal zebra print. Nice hit for Milwaukee. Braden Montgomery on the silver prism. Brown, Griff O'Farrell. Our auto. That is Walker Janik. Walker Janik on the blue auto. That is 32 out of 49 for Houston. Griff O'Farrell was brown, 12 out of 125. Bobby fasted last night. Feasted or fasted? Ricky Henderson on the tricolor. Feasted. Okay, got it. Mel Ott, 118 out of 149. That is Ken Griffey Jr. for Seattle on the purple, 41 of 75. Slade Caldwell, silver prism, our patch. Braden Montgomery for the White Sox. Braden Montgomery on the spark patch for the White Sox. It's all right, my friend. I got you. I figured that's what you were saying. Again, it's hard to read the small print. I apologize. I'm half blind. That is Yadi Molina. Yadi Molina, silver prism, and Roman Anthony on the phenomenon. Yeah, I figured you meant Bobby Witt Jr. 22 out of 99. Blue, Deion Sanders. That one's for Atlanta. 179 out of 199. Tricolor, Vance Honeycutt. And our last auto of this box, there's a nice one. Jackson Chourio. Jackson Chourio, 20 out of 99. Jackson Chourio gets an auto and a zebra today. Now Milwaukee's catching fire. Box number 8. Box number 8. may have another patch auto. We have 2 patches in this box again. I've never seen more than 2 patch autos in a case, so to get a third one would be pretty darn sick. Here we go. Box number 8. We got a tricolor of Cash Mayfield. White, that's Brody Brecht for Colorado. We got points. We got Panini points, 600 Panini points. Randomed off to everybody at the end. That is 79 out of 99. Trey Savage. We got Chipper Jones on the red. 100 out of 149 for Atlanta. $600 Panini points. Tricolor, that's Ethan Salas. Chandler Simpson on the silver prism. Pedro Martinez for the Red Sox on the phenomenon. I'm sorry, that's turbocharged. Turbocharged. And that is 6 out of 99. 6 out of 99 on the turbocharged. Sung Joon Kim for Texas in our patch. That is Agustin Ramirez for the Miami Marlins. Agustin Ramirez. We got some orange coming. Tie-dye, Jacob Wilson. Premier level Jacob Wilson tie-dye. 7 out of 25. That is Christian Campbell. Christian Campbell on the orange to 49. That is 29 out of 49. Nice one for the Red Sox. Blue, Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. on the color match, 27 out of 199. Josur Gonzalez on the silver prism. Dante Nori for Philadelphia on the blue. 38 out of 199. Tricolor, Pedro Martinez. James Tibbs. And our patch is a patch auto. And that is going to the Diamondbacks. That is Slade Caldwell on the blue patch auto. Blue patch auto, 25 out of 35. Nice hit for the Diamondbacks. Box number 9. Give me a second. organizers all set up. This is the first time I've ever pulled Panini points from this product, so. Packs are driving me nuts. Alright, here we go. We got another zebra print. I thought I saw it, but I just wasn't sure. So we're going to go ahead and change that and save that. There we go. Here we go. Box number 9. That's Cam Smith on the orange. 26 of 49. Wyatt Sanford, brown. 91? 91 out of 125. That looks like an orange auto behind Austin Wells. Austin Wells, 25 of 199. And that's an orange auto for the Padres. Cash Mayfield, 25 of 75. Aaron Judge on the silver prism. Miguel Tejada for Oakland, silver. Phenomenon of Roman Anthony. 36 of 99 for the Red Sox. Tricolor, there's Roger Clemens for the Red Sox. Alright, here we go. Our patches in here. We got Connor Griffin for Pittsburgh. That is 22 out of 49. J.D. Dix on the tricolor. Next auto goes to the Yankees. That is Austin Wells. Austin Wells, not numbered. We got Griff O'Farrell on the silver prism. And that is a tie-dye Bryce Rainier patch. Bryce Rainier for Detroit on the patch. Tie-dye. That is sick to 25. 23 out of 25.
That's really cool.
It's a fat boy. There we go. And our zebra print. Our zebra print number 2. Usually you don't get 2 in a case. Christy Mathewson for the Giants. White, Edgar Quieto. Edgar Quieto, 61 of 99. Our zebra print is Number 1 pick in the draft for the Cleveland Guardians. That's Travis Bazzana. Nice hit for the Guardians. Travis Bazzana on the zebra print. Excuse me. Very nice. Very nice. See, we'll put that right there between Cheerio and Kurtz. Put him up there with all the rest of the rookies. All right, box number 10. Got another tie-dye coming. Got another tie-dye coming. All right, box 10. There's Josor Gonzalez for the Giants, 97 out of 125. Dylan Cruz, Silver Prism. Tricolor, that is Robin Yount. There's a tie-dye right here too, so we got 2 tie-dyes in this box. Robin Yount tricolor. This tie-dye is, how about Mike Piazza for the New York Mets? Mike Piazza autograph for the New York Mets. That one is numbered 5 out of 25. 5 out of 25. There's Travis Bazzana for Cleveland. That is 37 out of 149. Bryce Matthews for Houston. 118 out of 199. Tie-dye. Don Drysdale for the Dodgers. Don Drysdale for the Dodgers on the tie-dye. That one is numbered 15 out of 25. 15 out of 25. Purple, Evan Carter for Texas. Our next auto is an orange auto. That is for the Angels. Here you go, 7JU. 7Ju for the Angels. Nolan Shanuel on the auto to 75. 66 out of 75. You spoke too soon, my friend. There you go, buddy. There you go. Evan Carter for Texas on the purple. That is 71 of 75. Tricolor, Kevin McGonigal. Cliff Lee on the silver prism. Blue on the numbers. That is Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson on the blue.
Whenever I come out, you pull good cards.
Yeah. True. True.
The tie-dye one was cool.
Yeah. The zebra ones are case hits.
Yeah, maybe that's the one that I saw of the zebra.
Yeah, you could have spoken into existence. That's a possibility. All right, here's our patch. Last stack of box number 10. There's Carson Bench for the Mets, 164 of 199. Braylon Payne for Milwaukee on the tricolor. That is Colt Emerson for Seattle. And Kumar Rocker for Texas on the patch. Select swatches, not numbered. Box number 11 and 12. 11 and 12. Box number 11. All right, box number 11. Here we go. Will Wagner on the tricolor. Silver, Travis Bazzana. Red, there's Rintaro Sasaki going to the non-MLB spot. 30 out of 149. Mariano Rivera on the blue. Blue, Mariano Rivera, 110 out of 199. And that's Colson Montgomery on the silver prism. Silver prism, Wyatt Sanford. That is Hagen Smith for the White Sox on the Sparks patch. Sparks patch, not numbered. There's Robin Ventura for the White Sox. Our next auto, that is Kevin McGonigal for the Detroit Tigers. Aaron Judge, Brown. 31 out of 125. Tricolor, Albert Pujols, St. Louis. Kyle Teal on the red. 114 out of 149. How about for the Yankees? Greg Nettles on the tie-dye auto. For the Yankees, 19 out of 25. Greg Nettles. Two packs to go. Box number 11. One pack to go. Last box. Box number 12. Box number 12, last box. Then we will do our randomizer for the 600 Panini points. That is a Rintaro Sasaki on the tricolor. Our next auto is a Christian Campbell auto for the Red Sox. Christian Campbell. Christian Campbell soup. Nice hit for the Sox. Silver, Charlie Condon. That is a Chandler Simpson blue select certified for the Rays. That is 21 out of 49. 21 of 49. Bo Jackson red. 48 out of 149. Kyle DeBarge. Kyle DeBarge. That is for Minnesota. That is 142 out of 199. Paul Skeens on the silver prism. Jesus Made on the Spark Patch. Spark Patch of Jesus Made from Milwaukee. Not numbered. Silver, Ethan Holiday going to the non-MLB spot. Brown, Kumar Rocker for Texas. 6 out of 125. Michael Young for Texas. That is 29 out of 75. And our next auto is Jonathan Papelbon for the Boston Red Sox on the legendary signatures. Jonathan Papelbon. That is 43 out of 99. Can we get a green to 5? Can we get a green to 5? Tricolor, Carson Williams. Three packs to go. That is Alex Gordon for Kansas City. Travis Bazana, white, 30 out of 99. And our last pack of the break, then we'll do our random for those 600 points. Charlie Condon on the tricolor to finish the break. All right, that's all out of the way. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of. YouTube, I'll be switching you over right now. eBay Live, you're coming with me. All right. Here are all the teams, guys. All 30 teams right there. 4 or higher on the dice. It's a 5. Here we go. 5 times on the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5th time. 5 times on the dice. Those points are going to the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto Blue Jays on the points. All right, let's switch everything back over. All right. Yes, you're probably right on that. The only Jays hit of the break, and it was the Panini points. Panini points are going to Toronto. Blue Jays. That way shipping knows where that goes. There we go. All right, recap time. Zoom in a little. Here we go. Recap. Here we go, guys. All right. To 199, we got Kyle DeBarge, Rivera, Benj, Matthews, Wells, Norrie, Witt, Dion to Atlanta. We got DeBarge, Ricky, Benj, Rainier, Ken Griffey Jr. to Seattle. We got Kyle Teal, Carson Benj. Yes, that was a lot of Carson Benjes there. All right, to 149. We got Bo Jackson, Kyle Teal, Sasaki, Bazana, Chipper Jones, Mel Ott to the Giants, Roberto Clemente, Ken Griffey Jr. That one is to Cincinnati. We got Coaching Shane, Kalen Culpepper, Connor Griffin, Ken Griffey Jr. again, Carson Benjen, Dion to Atlanta. All right, our Browns to 125. We got Alex Gordon, Kumar Rocker, Aaron Judge, Josar Gonzalez, Wyatt Sanford, Griffo Farrell ×2, Spencer Jones, Jacob Wilson, Vance Honeycutt, Connor Griffin, and Connor Griffin again. Whites to 99. Bazana, Quieto, Roman Anthony Phenomenon, Pedro Martinez Turbocharged, Roman Anthony again on the Phenomenon. We got Darren Baker, Dylan Cruz Turbocharged, James Wood, Dylan Dreeling, Carson Benj, Cam Smith, Kyle Teal, and Bo Jackson on the color match white. Purples to 75. We got Michael Young, Evan Carter, Ken Griffey Jr. to Seattle. We got Christian Campbell and Starling Kaba. To 49, we got Chandler Simpson Select Certified, Ricky on the numbers. We got Connor Griffin, Cam Smith, Christian Campbell, Cam Smith, and Rintaro Sasaki. On the tie-dyes to 25, we got Don Drysdale, Jacob Wilson, Jacob Mizorowski on the Phenomenon, Deion Sanders, that one's going to Cincinnati, and turbocharged Dontrell Willis. Our gold, Ty Cobb, and a Phenomenon, a Tomoyuki Sugano. Our patches, not numbered, we got Jesus Made, Hagen Smith, Kumar Rocker, Braden Montgomery, Jacob Mizorowski, and Kellen Lindsay. Red, that's Augustin Ramirez, Christian Campbell, and Chandler Simpson. Those are to 99. To 49 on the three-color patch, Connor Griffin for the Pirates. To 25, we got Bryce Rainier for Detroit and Bubba Chandler for Pittsburgh. Our autos. All right, we're going to do horizontal autos first. We have Christian Campbell, George Lombard Jr., J.C. Escara, non-numbered. To 99, Jonathan Papelbon. To 49, we got Johan Santana and Cam Smith. To 25, to 49. Mike Piazza to 49 for the Mets, 25 for the Mets on the tie-dye, and Greg Nettles for the Yankees to 25 on the tie-dye. Our horizontals, we got Kevin McGonigal, we got Austin Wells, Sung Chi Cheng, Blake Mitchell, Luke Dickerson. We have red, these are to 99, Jackson Churio, Luke Peterson. To 75, Nolan Shanuel and Cash Mayfield. To 49, Kellen Lindsay and Walker Janik. Our two patch autos, we had we had three, but here's two of them. Slade Caldwell, this one is to 35, and we had Charlie Condon, not numbered. All right, we had two zebra prints. We have Travis Bazzana for Cleveland and Jackson Churio for Milwaukee. We had a Nick Kurtz auto blue. That is to 49. That's 4 of 49 for the A's. And our patch auto red, Paul Skeens, also to 49 for the Pirates. There is your break, my friends. Appreciate you all for viewing. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope to see y'all next time. Have yourself a great night, y'all. Peace.